Good afternoon, this is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner that's having a reoccurring leak issue. First thing we like to do is start on the edges of the roof here. We can see we have our fascia boards right here with our rafters and then our starter boards underneath. On this roof in particularly, it was originally a wood shake roof, and so it's been turned over multiple times since the 50s, but the last roofer actually didn't do any wood repair. Now, this roof was redone 12 or 13 years ago, but there's evidence of rotted wood on the eaves, and additionally, we can see sagging on the eaves where the starter board is, which usually indicates the wood is rotted and it starts to depress. We can see rotted wood like that right there. That is evidence that needs to be replaced. Paint's really good at hiding, rotted wood. What we can see is, if you can see, you can kind of see like a little U that's forming right here. Well, that little U is actually that starter board or that eave that's hanging over, and it's actually rotted and shrinking up. Usually when we tear off a roof on the top, you can get a really good look at it, and that gets replaced. We have a composite shingle roof here. It's an architectural shingle. We can see a good amount of wear and tear on the side that's not had the repair done. We can see the granules kind of fluffing off, and you can see basically the oils dry up, the granules start to fluff off, and you can see basically the fiberglass and the tar showing through. Repair section is done right here. You can see the discoloration that's happening right here. You can see an older shingle over here, a newer shingle right here, and you can see the coloration kind of follows right here is actually where another roofing company came in and did a repair. Well, this roof has one really sensitive area, and this is where the homeowners indicated a leak has happened, and it's where wind-driven rain gets under this fascia board, and the step flashing or counter flashing in the roof to wall conjunction is seeing water get behind it. What I wanted to point out is the issue with the starter shingle on the repair. Definitely not to code. It's actually flapping up and down really badly, and wind-driven rain and high winds will actually pull this, keep going like this and this and this, and it'll end up blowing the shingle off. Definitely needs to be addressed. Actually, that is not to code. And even stepping on this section of the roof right here, I do feel it's definitely soft, and so I'm worried about wood repair that needs to be done underneath. Problems with this roof to point out. The last roofer most likely just did an overlay and didn't replace any of the damaged wood. Now, this wood is 50 years old. It definitely ages like everything else, definitely needs to be replaced. We can see that fascia board down there actually has some severe wood rot as well. This is a sensitive section that's just going to continue to have problems as the more band-aids we put on it. We really need to get this down to the wood decking and basically revive this roof and make this a permanent product. We're seeing a good amount of granule loss in the sections of the roof that didn't get repaired. As far as cost effectiveness, it's always more cost effective for a homeowner to look and do the whole roof one time versus consistently paying for repairs. But here's a good section where you can actually see that depression I'm talking about. So you can see the shingles kind of starting to buckle up on the end, and actually a U depression. Well, that's definitely an indication of rotted shiplap under there, and it's starting to shrink up. We've actually had a roofer before actually fall through that. So if we go over to the gutters, usually that's a good indication of granule buildup. Now we can definitely see some granules right here, as we can see them build up in the gutter over time, and those will fluff off just over time. So professional recommendation, do this right one time and just do a full roof replacement. We're really Build Brothers, can't really offer a repair here. We would recommend the homeowner maybe reach out to that past roofer that did it, see if they can actually come, make sure this starter shingle is in place. Thank you.